Very good morning, everyone present in the class. I hope I'm audible. All of you. Great. Welcome back, everyone, to the class. We have discussed the OOPS concepts, and I hope all of you are already comfortable with it. So we are done with inheritance, abstract keyword, final keyword, and we are in the process of interfaces now. To understand today's class, whoever is being here should know inheritance concept, abstract class, polymorphism. Only then they can understand. However, if someone is new today, kindly watch whatever we have discussed so far so that you can also be aligned here. Fine, no? Oh, hi, Vina. No problem, Vina. I hope everything's fine now. We are in the interfaces concept. One more month, we will start the concept of Spring in this batch also. Okay. Thank you for showing the trust again to Telescope. Thank you for your trust again to join back Telescope only. Great. So we want to start interface topic. Thank you so much, Vina. Thank you for your kind feedback. So someone who are new, please kindly watch what we have discussed so far so that you can also be aligned with us and continue on this journey. Fine. In the chat, if they are responding to all the questions which I'm asking, that shows they have attended our previous classes, so only they are answering it. Directly, they are not answering from nowhere. So you don't panic if you are new to the batch thinking that someone already might know. Okay. So make sure, all of you are aligned in the same shape. So they have learned from here only. So only they are answering the chat. Can we kickstart the journey of interfaces, dear friend? Through interfaces, 100% abstraction can be achieved. Abstraction means methods without body, abstract methods, no implementation. I had told you one thing. It is way of giving the requirement specification, what need to be implemented. Fine. My dear friends, just answer me one thing. In Java or any programming language, if you want to store a data into variable, for that also you may have to write a code. Agree? For every small and big thing, you have to write a code. Without writing a code, nothing will get executed. Correct? Fine. Suppose I have a database which is MySQL. I have a database which is MySQL. Similarly, I may have Oracle. Back then, MySQL was not there, but Oracle, DB2, Sybase. Okay. These, most of you might have not even heard the names. Great. We have a Java. Java was becoming popular day by day, day by day, day by day. Every project people used to adapt Java. Everywhere there was Java, 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 Java. Fine. Then the DB2 companies were also there who used to store the data. They used to provide the databases to large scale companies. not the small scale companies. Only big scale companies only they used to sell their databases. And in the back then, I'm talking about the initial days of databases, right? 90s and early 2000s. And almost all of the big giants, they had already bought the databases. For these DB companies, there were no one to even take the databases. Small organizations, schools, universities, they used to maintain the data in the form of ledgers. Back then, everywhere it was ledgers only. If you could even see the old Indian movies or any of the movies, they used to write everything in ledgers, books. In fact, in today, most of the schools and universities maintains the data in the form of ledgers. But back then, it was like common. All the startups also used to do it in ledgers only. Only big giants, they used to afford the databases. It was costly. And for these DB companies, there were no more client. Who will buy them? It's all already, maybe if there are 10 clients out of 1,000 companies, all 10 have already bought. Who is the next? Who they have to sell their product? They were declining. They were facing the issues. They had no option what to do next. They begged. They went to the doorstep of Java with a begging bowl. Java, please help us. Java told, how can I help? I'm a programming language that too freely downloadable, open source, anyone can contribute. What we can do it? Then they told, look, make Java compatible to get connected to us. If a software which is developed using Java programming language, they can get connected to databases. Fine, huh? They can get connected to databases. Then Java says, what will happen in that case? We can approach small banks, big banks, all small companies. Also say that there is a software which can get connected to database. So if you're developing a software, from the software database is connected, so many things can be performed. In that case, we can sell our databases to all the mid-level companies also. Others can also afford our companies. For an example, we can go and approach bank and say, look, if you want to withdraw money or deposit money, they need not to stand in queues taking the token. They can visit the ATM machine. A software can get connected to database and they can do the transaction. Whatever money they withdraw, whatever money they deposit, all of that application will do this activity. At the end of the day, is a software. But that software can get connected to database also. And if they are depositing the money or withdrawing the money, it will have impact on database also. Java told, okay, if I am going to help, I am open source anyway. Java was open source, still Oracle acquired. Fine. Then they told, okay, you write the code, give it to me, I will acquire. I will attach that to Java. Java developers, let them do it. I'm open for it. Then all these companies, they started to give their own implementation. For an example, if you want to get connected to, Oracle MySQL, they have written some code and name of the methods what to get connected to. Maybe the name is establish connection. To perform some operation, maybe perform activity. To close the connection, close connection. Oracle give its own, implementation. They are giving the body in Java. They are giving the body. They told Java developers can call these methods. Fine. Now Oracle gave its own. Maybe Oracle gave here get connection. Fine. Execute. Close. Similarly, DB2 give its own only connection method. Are you getting it? Sybase gave its own. They came to Java with lot of efforts. They have given the implementation because it's their responsibility. They wanted Java to get compatible with them. It's not Java wanted. So they came and told, look, Java, our code is ready. Then Java saw all of that and told, look, this is fine. But in order to help you guys, my Java developers will get trouble. Why? If a Java developer want to get connected to MySQL, it's a different name. If you want to perform operation, different things. If my Java developer want to get connected to Oracle, to get connection, different method name we have to call. To perform the activities, different method name. To close the resource, different method name. To DB2, different methods name. To Sybase, different method names. Java developer will be in trouble. How many methods then they can remember? Are you all getting it? Then Java told, look, I will give you requirement. All of you give implementation of your own, because the architect of MySQL is different. The architect, the way Oracle has been built is different, right? Whatever code is required from Java to get connected to Oracle, MySQL, DB2, you write it. You write it. We will give you the implementation. I mean, we will give you the abstraction. Maybe if Java want to get connected to any of this database, the method name is get connection. If Java want to perform some operation, execute query or execute method, execute update, execute query, execute method. Example I'm giving here. If you want to close the connection after performing the activity, close method. Java told, this is my requirement. You guys give the body. I'm not responsible, because MySQL is a different architecture. Oracle is a different architecture. DB2 is a different architecture. Sybase is a different architecture. Whatever body is required, no implementation required, you give it. And Java gave this. What needs to be done? Making sense? The requirement, what needs to be done. And they have done the implementation. And Oracle became the first out of all. It's owned by, MySQL is also owned by, you can write something else here, maybe Informix you can write, to give the implementation for all of them. And they approach Java. Look, implementation is there. Java is like, okay, you give the implementation, it's fine. We will add it. Not a problem. Fine. All of you present in the class. Now in the JDBC, you will understand why may we have to add driver software also whenever you want to get connected to databases. You'll understand why we may have to add the driver software also. I have given the explanation in the recorded video. You can watch once I ask you to watch the JDBC videos, Java's database connectivity. So with this, I'm just trying to say one thing here. Java gave the requirement. Implementation is done by different DB vendors. Fine. Now, initially, once the Java got compatible with the databases, these DB companies started to rise again. That now a software which is being coded can get connected to databases. They approach banks, they approach universities, they approach all the mid-level companies. They started to sell their product. If you buy this database anyway, a software can get connected to it. You can perform lot of activities. They started to rise again to a level. Oracle became very popular again. And they again visited Java. Java told, look, why have you again coming to me? Then, thank you for disturbing, say. This time, these companies, especially Oracle, went to Java. Java told, again, you came back to me. Any more help you need? Back then, if you remember, I was the one who saved you. Then they told, this time we came to you not with the begging bowl. We came to you with the briefcases. Give Java to me. Then Sun Microsystem told, why will I give Java? No, not possible. Then Oracle put one more briefcase. They told no, one more briefcase. They told no. The negotiation went for the months. Then finally Oracle decided, whatever you want, I'll give you. Give me entire Sun Microsystem only. So there was a time when the Oracle acquired entire Sun Microsystem. And after acquiring entire Sun Microsystem, and they owned the Java now, immediately one step they took. What is that step? If you ask me, they made Java as a closed source. Before Oracle, for decades, till Java 6, Java 7, when it was under the Sun Microsystem, Java was open source. Later, once Oracle acquired, Java became closed source. And Oracle says we have enough of developers to improvise Java, to add features. If by chance, if we feel somewhere that without making it open source, if you are losing our credibility, we'll make it open source again. What is deal in that? Right now, only Oracle developers can contribute to Java. You and me cannot contribute to Java after Oracle acquired. By chance, if Oracle would have not acquired Java, would have not made it closed source, maybe Like Oracle, there would have been other famous companies also. All of you, when I've told Oracle, everyone knows. But most of you might not know what is Sybase DB2, except few of you. Because Oracle acquired Java on time. Fine. Everyone present in the class, you will be getting a mail. Maximum of them are getting the mail except technical glitch. So with this all history geography is fine. Guys, tell me, in the last class, through the abstract class, what did we give? What need to be implemented through the abstract methods? All of you fine? Have you seen that in the last class? Abstraction, have you got a clarity? I mean, those who are there in the last class, they can relate it. Now, they came up with a concept called as interfaces. Through the interface, we give the requirement. This requirement will not have any implementation, no implementation, only abstraction. Someone else will give the implementation. Someone else will give the implementation. Fine? All of you present in the class? It's a way to give what needs to be done. Implementation will be given by someone else. Now, guys, whenever the concept of JDBC you'll understand, for 2 minutes about JDBC, let me talk here. JDBC, Java's database connectivity. Java DB connectivity, we call it as JDBC. Java's database connectivity. Even today, in 2024, if Java application has to get connected to database, what is used? JDBC is used. But no one in the industry is using JDBC. Yes, we are not using JDBC directly. We are using Spring Data JPA. Spring Data JPA. Behind the scenes, Spring Data JPA uses Hibernate. Behind the scene, Hibernate uses JDBC only at the end of the day. So JDBC, instead of we directly using, indirectly behind the scene, whatever, Spring Data JP or Hibernate we are using, they are making use of JDBC only. So instead of we directly using JDBC, Spring is using JDBC behind the scene to make our life easy, because there are some difficulties associated with JDBC. There are some difficulties associated with JDBC. As a developer, it is not so user-friendly for you. Hence, behind the scene they're using, but directly you need not to use them. Fine. And here, the driver software comes into picture. See, implementation, whatever is required to get connected to from Java application to database, a lot of code is required. Java told, why will we give the code? You guys give the code to us. They have given the code to us, but we have just given the requirement. That code, how we can add, it is not a part of JDK, right? Scanner class we are using. Scanner class is a part of JDK. Java team has developed. Whenever we want, we can import it. Making sense? But how can we import? So only we add a jar file. So only we add the driver in our application. What is jar file and all? Going forward, I am going to talk what is var file, what is jar file, everything. Fine. Now please understand here very carefully. This interfaces concept I'm starting today. Today and tomorrow's class is the most important class, and you should have 100% dot clarity on interfaces. If you have silly doubt on this also, I'm going to clarify, okay? I'm going to complete the concepts of OOPS in today's and tomorrow's class. 1 month is over by tomorrow, guys. 4 weeks of classes will get over, and we are done with Java and Java OOPS. Next week, Lambdas, exception handling, and we will start with multi-threading, collections, generics, maps, stream APIs, and so and so. Okay. So let me go and create one new project here. Understand this very, very carefully and understand the purpose also. The moment I say this is the end of abstraction and interfaces, that time you ask me question. Till that time, listen to me, because I have taken more than 50 Java batches. I might know what is your question because I have listened to so many students. All the possible questions, batch by batch, batch by batch, batch by batch, based on my experience, I have already in my mind that what are the possible questions, you might get it. So based on that only I have decided the entire concept. Okay. The moment I say this ends the interfaces, Shoot questions whatever you want. I will sit for half an hour every day to take any of your silly questions. I don't mind. Is that fine? All of you? I will give the project name as interface so that the flow of the class will not be disturbed. Interface I have given. I am going to create a class here. I will say here launch main, launch interface one. Okay. In every, you cannot write the things in one package. Maybe tomorrow's class, I will show you how to write in different packages. Okay. I'll go back here. I will define my requirement. You have to start interface with the interface keyword. I will say here interface followed by name of the interface. Maybe I want to give the requirement that someone has to implement the calculation. I will give here as calc is the name of the interface. Calc is the name of the interface. Okay. It's a way to specify what need to be done. I'm going to say here void maybe add. I will say here void add. Okay. Return types, parameters are there or not, that all is not there. I hope all of you who knows here knows what is methods very well. Okay. If you have return type, we cannot go nothing as such. There is no such rules. Okay. I will say here sub. I will say here integer type of A, comma, integer type of B. Okay. Guys, understand one thing here. Anywhere did I use abstract keyword? Anywhere did I write public? Anywhere did I write public? All the methods inside an interface are by default public and abstract, whether you write or you don't write. For an instance, you can write here public, abstract, void add. I have written method like this. Behind the scene, it is like this. I have written like this, but behind the scene, it is considering as public, abstract, void add. Behind the scene. But if I write, will there be any problem? No problem. You can also write it. But what is the point of writing? If you write also, it is public abstract. If you don't write also, it is public abstract. Are you understanding? All of you? Whether you write explicitly or you don't write, all the methods are public also, abstract also. Example, in this method, did I write anywhere public and abstract? No, but it is public and abstract has been already considered. Already it has been considered. And here it is, I'm explicitly writing. Why to waste time writing public and abstract once again when it is already public and abstract? All of you there with me? Yes? Now guys, for every method, my dear friends, public I have told here. What is the default access specifiers for methods in interface is the interview question. What is default access specifier for a method in an interface? What is the default, guys? Whether you write or you don't write. Great. Now, guys, I will write some classes. I'll say here class mycalc1. After which I'll write maybe one more class mycalc2. Okay, all of you, great. So here, my dear friends, two classes I have written. Right now, no link. Now, how we had class to class connection is through one keyword called as extends keyword. Class to class connection. In case of class to interface linking, we have one keyword called as implements. Implements, I'll say here calc. Implements calc. The moment you say implements, all the methods which are there inside this interface will get inherited inside this class. All the methods will get inherited inside this class. Right now, inside mycalc, I have two methods. But those methods are normal methods or abstract methods. Abstract methods. Now, the moment I have told implements calci, I'm getting one error here. Are you able to identify error? Everyone present in the class? Already, if you are focused, you know the answer. But for you, I repeat, I'll remind you the answer which you already know. I'm pretty sure all of you know the answer why it is error. But I will tell you. Guys, I have told the moment you say implements calci, these methods got inherited inside this class. Now, these methods, are they abstract methods or non-abstract methods? Abstract methods. Now, inside this, how many abstract methods are there right now? Two abstract methods are there. In a class, if one method is also abstract, is it compulsory to declare the class also abstract? Either you declare the class also abstract or you give the body to them. Now, if you are providing the implementation as per the rules of method overriding, which we have already discussed in our class, tell me guys, can we reduce the visibility of overridden methods? Can we reduce the visibility of overridden methods? So, whenever we are implementing an interface, while overriding in the implementing class, is it compulsory to use public? Is it compulsory to use public, guys? Mandatory. 100% mandatory, Usama. Don't say no. 100% mandatory. Why? In the parent, whether you write here or you don't write, what is access specifier? What is access specifier? Public and abstract. Correct? Now, as per the rule of overriding methods, I have discussed very thoroughly in detail rules to override the method. Can we reduce the visibility of overridden methods? We cannot reduce the visibility of overridden methods. That means it has to be public. It has to be public. All of you present in the class? Yes, no, maybe? See, now error is gone because we have method with implementation. I will give method of my own choice. I will say here a plus b. I will store back in a variable called as integer type of res. And I will say here system.out.println. I will say here result is, and I will say here res. Whatever implementation you want, you can give. Only the signature is same. For that purpose, intentionally, I will just give a different body here also. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll give a different body here also, just to show you that how they are different. Okay, fine, guys. It is not like you should have this. Okay, however you want, you can write the body. Maybe this developer is writing in a different way. I will say integer type of a equals to sorry, not here. I will go here. Instead of me writing like this, I will say integer type of n1 equals to a. Integer type of n2 equals to b. I will say integer type of res equal to n1 plus n2. And I'm going to print it. My dear friends, if you have question, why are you directly writing this type of body here? That means you have to click red button. If you ask me, here this way also can be written. No, why are you writing like this? Storing in a variable and extra efforts. If that is your question, on your screen you can see a red button. Inside that red button, there is one English word, leave meeting. You have to click. Why can't we ask this? I have already told this is for example. I'm writing randomly, not to achieve something. I want to convey one example that for implementing classes, it is not compulsory that all the classes should have same body. Method signature is same. Here, the way of body he has given in its own style. This developer has given in its own style. Body can be different. Only method signature has to be same. That message I want to convey. So only intentionally here different style of coding I have written. Here different style of coding I have written. Not to achieve addition or subtraction here. I'm not writing an application to add two numbers. I am conveying one message here. Is that clear to everyone? Now we overwrite, so need not to make the class abstract. Huh. Fine. It is not needed, Parveen. Why it is needed now? All of you? Yes, no, maybe? Everyone in the class? Now both of them have same method signature. Both of them have same method signature. Both of them have same method signature. But the body is different. Fine to everyone present in the class. Yes, no, maybe? Yes. Now, guys, I'm going to create the body. I'll say here, my calci 1. One object is ready. I will create one more object. I will create one more object. Object is calci 2. Reference variable, let me just create here. I'll say here calci 1. Here also I'll create the reference variable as calci 2. Now, my dear friends, reference should be of same type or of parent type. For these classes, who is acting like a parent figure, calci is acting like a parent figure because they are implementing it. They are implementing that interface. They are implementing that interface. Fine. Now, guys, I will say here calci 1 dot add. I will pass some value 4 comma 44 comma 44, and similarly uh, guys, delete your questions. If I want to implement one method and one class another, you can do that, Hari Krishore. All of that you can do. Guys, I have given one disclaimer. What is a disclaimer? Till I complete the concept of interfaces, all your questions are in my mind. All your questions are in my mind. The moment I say this ends the interface, am I running anywhere? Am I not sitting here till 9 o'clock for 30 minutes every day to take up all of your questions? You ask me silliest question on planet Earth. If you feel you may forget, write down somewhere. Let's not disturb the flow of a class. Fine, now, all of you? Everyone? Can I request? Because most of your questions are my predefined, it's there in my topic. Okay. Guys, I am trying my best, right, to give clarity on every concept. So I will give you this also. Please have patience. I will give clarity here also. I will say here calci dot add, calci 2 dot add. I will say here calci 2 dot add. Randomly some number I'm giving, guys. That's it. It's not addition program. It's more than that. Now, guys, we also say interfaces helps in achieving the standardization. Whether you want to invoke a method which is developed by some other developer 2 or developer 1, what is the method signature? What is the method signature? It's same, right? Whether you want to use the implementation of developer 1 or you want to use the implementation of developer 2, what is the method signature? Is there any difference in method signature? So can we say it is also helping us to achieve standardization? All of you present in the class? Yes, no, maybe. Any issues to anyone? No issues. So guys, interface is a way to specify your requirement. That idea, all of you have got it? Any issues? Now here, instead of calling, here also can we achieve some kind of polymorphism? Yeah, you can write one more method and you can just pass it. If you don't want to write multiple times, like the way we have done it, here also you can do it. There is no problem in that. Okay, that is like depends on your need. It will help you to achieve the polymorphism also. If you want, suppose I have one more here. I have one more class here. Okay, I have one more class. inside this class, I'll give the name of the class as calc3. And inside this class, his way of development is if in case a value is greater than 0 and or maybe I'll say here greater than 0 and b value is also greater than 0. If both of them are greater than 0, then I'll go for this. Okay, I will say here a. Just to show you guys why I'm writing different way. Is it to show you my coding skills to add two numbers? Am I showing here my coding skills to add two numbers? No. I hope it is. Okay. I will say system.out.println. I will say here let the number be non-zero. Just to show that body need not to be same. It is only the this thing. Okay, body need not to be same. I will say a minus b. Great. Fine, guys. Now you can write here only one more method, but that you have to write static and also let me write one class here. I'll say algebra. Okay. Inside this class, I will write some method. Public. I'll say void some method. I'll say here calc is a method name. Cal is a method name. Okay. Within this method, I will take calc type reference variable. I'll say here calc type cal. C I will say. I will say C dot add. Okay. C dot add. So I may have to take that also here if I have to go with this. So I'll do one thing here. I will not even accept any parameters. Okay. If not that parameter also you may have to expect it alongside that. Okay. I will go here and then I will just cancel for now. Okay. You need not to give it for now. Assume in that way. I will say here 10 plus 20. I'll go back here and say this. I will say here 10 minus 5. However you want. If you write this also, there is no problem. In this way also you can write. I'm not denying it. Okay. It's up to you what you want to achieve. Okay. Now this error is gone. Here, if you want to call, then you may have to accept that value also alongside this calc reference variable. You may have to accept integer type of a comma integer type of b, and then so that you can pass it here. I will say here c dot sub, which is to subtract two numbers. Fine. Great. Now I need not to call anything here. I need not to call anything here separately. What I'm going to do here is I will just say here same my calc only, my calc one type cal1. I would like to write the same for this also cal2, and I will write object for 3 also. Okay, I just want to relate the previous class so that people can understand what we have discussed here also can be done with one difference. Okay, I will say here calc3. Finally, I will just go and clear algebra type A equals to new algebra. Randomly, I'm writing, my dear friends. Okay, I will say A dot cal. First, I will pass cal1 and I'll pass number maybe 10. I'll pass the number 20. Second time, I'll call A dot cal. I'll pass the number reference of cal2. I will pass here maybe 5. I'll pass here maybe 4. Okay. Third time I'll say a dot cal and I'll pass here reference of calc3 and I'll pass here maybe 5 and 5. Random numbers. That should not be a problem. Great, my dear friends. Now you can see here add method and sub method. How many times are you invoking? How many times are you invoking? Only once. Will it execute for all the 3 implementation? Will it execute for all the 3 implementation? Yes, no, maybe. Everyone present in the class. If I have to just run this, you can see we are getting the result. We will get the result. Fine. For all of this, we will get the result. So we are invoking once. So through interfaces, can we achieve polymorphism also, guys? Question number one. Second question to everyone. Using the interface type reference, can I invoke the overridden method or implemented methods in all the implementing classes? Overridden methods of implementing classes? All of you present in the class? Any issues to anyone here? Yes, no, maybe. Guys, how many interfaces right now we have here? How many interfaces we have? One. How many implementing classes? How many implementing classes? Three. So one interface can have any number of implementing classes. Is that also clear to everyone? Correct. One more point you need to understand here. I will go and say here, calc type C equals to new calc. Guys, can we create the object of abstract class? If there is an abstraction, can you create object? Can we create instantiate? Now calc, if I instantiate here, cannot instantiate. So can we create the object of an interface? Can we create an object of an interface? Can we create a reference of an interface to access the methods of implementing classes? If reference is not allowed, can you achieve polymorphism? If reference is not allowed, can we achieve polymorphism? No. Wonderful response from all of you present in the class. Those who are there from this, especially from Monday to today. Great answers and response from every one of you. Thank you so much. Okay. Let me write some key points of what we have understood so far. Okay. Ignore this part. All these basics I have explained you just to give you an overview through interface of what we exactly are achieving. I wanted you to know it. Some background I have told what happened with Java, how it came to Oracle. First time when Oracle went to Java, it was with the begging bowl. Second time when Oracle went to Java, it was not with the begging bowl. They went to Java with the briefcases. Now, let's write some key points here, guys. Through interface, we can achieve 100% abstraction. Correct? Okay. Interfaces can be used to specify. In a class, is it industry standard to have multiple interfaces? Yes, I'll come to that point, Aditya. Okay. Interface can be used to specify our requirement which to be implemented. Correct? It helps to achieve standardization also. Standardization, or whatever you can write the words here. Or maybe I'll say here one point. This need not to be added because it is default. All the methods in an interface are public and abstract. Irrespective of whether we write or not. Correct, all of you? Whether we specify or not. It is compulsory compulsory for an implementing class to override all methods of an interface. All the methods of an interface. If implementing class is not overriding all methods of an interface, then it must be declared as abstract. Is this point also making sense? Especially if you're part of yesterday's class. One interface can have any number of implementing classes, correct? No problem here. We cannot create object of an interface, correct, my dear friends? We can create a reference of an interface to achieve polymorphism, correct, everyone? Great. A class will implement an interface using implements keyword. Whatever I've told so far, all these points, are they justifying your understanding, guys? Are they justifying their understanding? No issues here. Remember this, guys. Implements, why it is has to implement is, implements keyword is like a promise. My Calci 1 is promising Calci. Hey, look, Calci, I will give implementation for all of your methods. Right? All of you. It's like I am promising you that whatever unimplemented methods you have, I will give the body for this. I will give the implementation to you. Fine. So whenever you're doing a task, can you promise more than one people that I will do this, I will do that? Example, all 4 of you have been demanded. Some of you are telling, please do batch processing also in Spring Boot. Some of you are telling, please do Redis cache also. Some of you are telling, please do Apache Kafka and Spring Boot also. Some extra requests are coming up. Now, can I fulfill all the requests? Can I promise everyone that? I can do, right? Anil is, for example, Anil is promising, I want Apache Kafka and Spring Boot. Aditya is like, I want Redis cache also to be implemented. Are you getting it? Osama is like, I want batch processing also. I want you to do Spring batch also. Then I am promising, I promise Aditya, I will do Apache Kafka and Spring Boot integration. I will promise Anil that I will do Redis cache and Spring Boot integration. I will promise, Osama that I will do batch processing. I will promise maybe someone that I will be maybe implementing a third-party API. Can I promise that? Yes, no, maybe. All of you present in the class? When we know what to do already, why we need this to be present? What is that? That question I could not get, Shushmita. Maybe at the end you ask. Okay. I could not get what you are trying to say this. But at the end, I'll allow you, you speak and ask me. Because it looks little bit unrealistic or maybe illogical. But anyway, at the end, you ask me. Calci 2, I will say. Calci 1, I will write. Now. Okay, guys. Whether you write or you don't write, all the methods are public and abstract. All of you agree on this? Yes, no, maybe. Whether I write or you don't write. Return type, intentionally I will write return type here. It should not be like, if there is a return type, then it should not be nothing as such. The method, whatever rules we have discussed in the concept of methods, right? There are 4 ways to write the methods. All 4 ways you can specify the methods. There is no problem there. Is this fine, everyone? Yep. Fine, guys. Now, how many interfaces I do have here? How many interfaces I have? How many interfaces? Two interfaces. I will say here calci 1, comma calci 2. Calci 1, comma calci 2. You may say you are getting the error. You may say I'm getting the error here. The error is for different reason. Error is like, where is the implementation for these two? That is the error we are getting here. Are you all getting it? What is this override and all? You don't worry. I will take care of that override and all of that. Okay. All right. I will tell you in the annotations concept. Okay. I will say here return A into B. I will say return A by B. I will go here. I will write the implementation here. Now, guys, am I able to promise more than one guys in the class? Did I promise? Any problem there? Yes, no, maybe. Okay. Intentionally, maybe in the second class, I will not write it. Not a problem. If you want, you can write it. It should not be a problem. Okay. Any problem, guys? Can I promise? Of course, you can promise. There's no restriction here, right? I will write here. What to write here? We will see to it, but I will write it here. Some body, random body, guys. The implementation, this should not be the issues. We have developed enough of application to understand this. I will say here A into B, and I will say return res. I will say here maybe return 0. Okay. Same here, I'll write A by B. A by B. I will return result. Okay, we will do it. All right, all right. Happy now? I will say here return res. Guys, body differently I'm giving, so it should not be a matter of concern. All right. Ah. Fine. This is not required right now. I would like to comment it up. Not required. Directly we will go and add it here. Let me just comment. In one file only if I'm writing, that should not be a matter of concern, dear friends. I'll go here and write it once again. I will go here. Can I use parent type reference for all, guys? Right now, how many parents we have for all these classes? How many parents we have for all these classes? 1 or 2? 2. If I create the reference calci here, answer me and listen to me very carefully. This is very important. If I create the reference calci, can I access all 4 methods or I can access only 2 methods? Let me see how much oops you have understood. Can I access all the 4 methods present in the mycalc? Can I access all 4? Yes, calc, if I give the reference, calc has how many methods? Calc has how many methods? Calc 1, 2. Calc 1 and calc 2 anywhere linked. Anywhere linked. Is calc 1 aware that my implementing guy has promised one more guy also? Are you getting it? No. So if I give the reference as calc 1, how many methods I can call? See here, add I'm getting, sub I'm getting. Am I getting anything else? Multiplication, division, am I getting it? If I create the reference as calc 2, if I create the reference as calc 2, how many methods I can call? Are you all understanding what I'm trying to say here? Everyone present in the class? Yes, no, maybe? No issues? Why it is in the interview they'll ask? I hope why part is clear to everyone. No issues, I guess. Fine. Or maybe we'll say 50. This I would like to print it because it is returning some value. Directly, I would like to print system.out.println. Why people who don't understand? Why? Because Calci1, if it is a parent, it can access overridden methods of its own. Whichever implementing class is overriding these two methods, it can access that. And other two methods for Calci1 will act like a specialized method. Not even specialized method. Not even specialized method. Sorry. Because there is no link only. Or maybe if it is acting like, you can say it is like a specialized method. Yes, it can be like a specialized method only. It's a specialized method of child class for that particular parent. Okay. System.out.println. I will say here, yes. Output wise, you know what will happen if I write this output or if I don't write, it should not be a matter of concern. But why I can't give one common parent? If that part is clear to everyone, I am already a winner here. Anyone want me to tell you again why it cannot be? Anyone who didn't understand? Let me just run this program. See, I'm getting different results. But anyway, if you want, you can give a precise result by giving the proper code here. It is for addition, it is for division, all of that. But that is not the agenda here. We are not writing calculator. We are understanding the concepts here. Now tell me one thing, guys. A class, a class can implement multiple interfaces. Is it multiple? Any number, guys, right? Not just two, any number. It can implement multiple interfaces. There is no problem. It is like a promise. How I can promise multiple people, I can do this, I can do that. You are also promising, I will implement for you also. I will give the implementation for your unimplemented methods. I will fulfill your requirement also. I will fulfill your requirement. There is no restrictions here. Is that fine to everyone present in the class? Can a class extend multiple classes? Can a class in Java extend multiple classes? Is it possible? But a class, can it implement multiple interfaces? No issues. Fine, dear friends. Everyone. Suppose if I have a class, one more class I have. Assume here I have a class calculator. Calculator. Okay. I have some class. I will write here public, some void. I will say here display. Display. I will say system.out.println. I will say here calculator class. Great. My dear friends, please see very carefully. I will say here extends calculator. Can a class extend one more class and also implement an interface? If this is the case, always first extend, then implement. First extend, then implement. You cannot write first implement and then extend. First extend, then implement. Now I will reverse the question and I will ask you all, guys. If a class is implementing an interface, if any class is implementing an interface, whether it is implementing one interface, whether it is implementing multiple interface, the question here is, will implementing an interface stop a class to extend one more class? Will implementing an interface stop a class to extend one more class? Now, my dear friends, If you are extending one class, can you extend one more class? If you are implementing an interface, if anywhere need arises, can you implement more interfaces if need arises? Can we extend the class also if need arises? Yes. Why no? It is yes. See here, am I able to implement multiple interfaces? Yes. Can I implement one more interface if need arises? Can I implement one more interface? Can I implement one more interface? Yes. If need arises, can I extend some class in between? No problem. Class is only one. That is a different case. Guys, can I add one point here? A class can extend another class, also implement one or more interface, one or more interfaces at a time. In this case, first it must extend. First, it must extend a class, then implement an interface. Then implement an interface. Is this point justifying, guys? All of you? We will come to that point, Sai Teja. We will explore. So far, so good, guys. Everyone present in the class. Yes, Osama. So, guys, the simple question here is, in your code, if a class is implementing an interface, will it have any restrictions on that class? In future, from that class, you can implement few more interfaces also. In future, if there is a need arises. So implementing a class will not put any restrictions to that class, except it has to give the implementation for this interface, except it has to fulfill the promise it has made that I will give the implementation. Now fulfill the promise. All of you present in the class. So far, so good, guys. All these key points, are they justifying? Now let's go ahead. So much code I have written inside this one. Let me go and do it in some other class. Okay. Lot of code in one place. It may distract you guys. I will complete interfaces today only, no matter what. If 5-10 minutes extra, adjust it. By keeping in mind that few classes I have left it early. Okay. In interface, can we have concrete methods? I'll come to that, Nikit. Lot to discuss about interfaces. In today's class only, I will discuss all of that. Fine. But whatever A for apple, B for ball, I have told clear. I will tell you what is for C, for D what comes, for E what comes, for F what comes, I will tell you. A for apple, B for ball. C for cat, I will tell you. Fine, everyone. But good question. That is interview asked question, Nikit. That question they will ask in the interview. Whatever you have asked me right now. Understand this now. I will write one interface. Interface. Yes, the naming convention for the interface is same as the class. Interface, maybe I'll say a demo one. Okay. I will say a void display. Great. No problem. I will say here interface demo 2. Okay. Wonderful. I will say here interface, not like this. Okay. Demo 2. I'll say here implements demo 1. One interface is telling I will implement demo 1. That means an interface is promising one more interface. I'll give the implementation for you. Then the other interfaces will, oh, you are also interface. First, look at yourself. You will give implementation for me. Look at yourself. You yourself is an interface. You are promising me that you will give the implementation. Possible, huh? That interface will look at your face. Who is telling me? That means a friend who don't know Java is coming to you and telling, hey bro, don't worry bro. Why are you taking courses and wasting the money? I will teach you Java. Oh, you're telling your friend, look at your face. You yourself don't know. And you are trying to teach me. It is not possible. It is not possible. It is illogical. However, if I say extend, no problem. Extend, no problem. See here, this display will come here also. If I have to show you that, I will say here, class alpha, for example, alpha. I'll say here implements demo 2, I will say. Right now in the demo 2, explicitly I have not specified anything, guys. Explicitly I have not specified anything in the demo 2. But do we have display method, right? In the demo 2 interface? Yes. System.out.println. I will say here maybe display method. Or maybe I'll say here one message I would like to give. Focus is the key. Fine. Now, can it have its own method also? Can it have its own method also? Yes, it can have. No problem in that. All of you present in the class, dear friends, I will say here show method. All good? Everyone? No issues? So can an interface extend one more interface? No restrictions. For an object, if I create like this, let's see how much you have understood. I will create an object called as alpha. Alpha object I have created. I'll come to this. I will create demo 1 as a reference. Guys, D1, if I say display I can access. Can I access show method with the demo 1 reference? There is many use cases, Aditya. There are many predefined interfaces which has extended many other interfaces. You will see one of the real use case in the Spring Data JPA. You will see one of the real use case in the Spring Data JPA. Real-time development use case. Great. So good that all of you have understood. Guys, if I give demo 2 reference, I can access both, right? If I give demo 2 reference, I can access both. Making sense? Everyone present in the class? All of you? So can we add this point? And this is very crucial point, guys. In the Spring Data API, we extend our own interface. We extend to JPA repository interface or CRUD repository interface or paging and sorting repository interface. And at the runtime, the proxy class will give the implementation for those interfaces. But we do extend it so that all the features which are there in those predefined interfaces can come to our interfaces to match our own requirement. Fine. Real use case you are going to see going forward. But this is allowed right now. So interface call can be done through implements and extends. How can we do extends in the sense one interface to another interface? Class to interface implements. Interface to interface extends. Fine, now? So an interface cannot implement another interface. An interface can extend another interface. Is this also clear to everyone, dear friends? All of you? Now the question is something like this. Okay. Question is something like this, which I have got it from some of you. Okay. Both of them have what, my dear friends? Okay. Let me go here. Okay. Dear friends, same method, right? Yes. What is that? If it is a class type, we can use all the three methods using the parent class as a reference. If it is interface, not possible. Hey, no, Rupan. If they don't have method in class also, if you have only one method, using that parent reference, you can access only that method. Fine. If the demo has all three methods, then using this, you can access all three methods. My dear friends, both of them have same methods. Are you all there with me? Yes, no, maybe. I am implementing demo 2 also, demo 1 also. And I'm giving one body. In that regard, what happens is you cannot give different body for both the methods. You cannot give different implementation. It will not lead to an error. If it is having the same signature, then whatever implementation you give here, that will be acting like a common implementation for both the interfaces. You cannot give separate for this. You cannot give separate for this. Is that clear? Everyone? It will not give you any ambiguity issues. There's no diamond site as I had asked this. Okay. Fine. Okay. Inside an interface, you can have a variable. I'll say here integer type of pi equals to 3. I'll say float type of pi. Float type of pi equals to 3.14f. But we want different output for both. Then it is not possible. But we create specialized method class in the implementation. Where do we have to implement both interface and give implementation to one common method? Yes. Guys, ask after the class. Yes, it is disturbing the flow 100%. I have told you no. All of them are in my plan of actions. Let me complete. I will take. Guys, every day I'm not taking your questions. I'm taking, right? Little bit of patience. But one positive in all the questions which you guys are asking. What is the positive which I'm taking? I'm happy that the way you guys are asking question, those questions will come into mind only if you have understood the concept. If not asking the question sometimes because you have not understood anything. Some people will not even ask questions. Maybe they have understood 100% or they have not understood anything. And the way you guys are asking questions, the positivity which I am getting there is those questions will be coming to your mind only if you have understood the concept. And I'm very happy that you have understood the concepts. Okay. Now all of that I will take care. Can I move ahead if you all may permit me? Yes. Guys, inside an interface, can we have a variable? Inside an interface, can we have a variable? We can have it. No problem. Now understand this. I will say here demo1 dot if I say, am I able to access pi? Guys, if something can be accessed directly with the interface name or class name, are they static members or non-static members? They are static members. They are static members. Now tell me, did I anywhere use static here? Did I anywhere use static here? No, I have not used it. One more point here. Demo1 dot pi I will say equals to I'll say 4.5. I'm getting one error here. I type mismatch. Okay, pa. I will say F. Okay. Now please here I'm getting one error here. Error I'm getting one. The final field demo cannot be reassigned. Final. So did I anywhere say it is final? Did I anywhere say it is final? So by default, all the variables inside an interface, whether you write or you don't write, they are public, they are static, they are final. I have told here like this. But behind the scene, it is considered as this. Behind the scene, it is considered as this. Is this clear to everyone? All of you present in the class? Can I add one key point here about that, guys? Before I give you some shockers, I will say here, in an interface, we can have variable. However, all the variables in an interface are public, static, final by default. By default. Is this clear? No, it can be static. Osama, I'll come to this. This point is also clear to everyone. Any issues, guys? These key points. These are the generic key points. I want someone to read before I talk something more on interfaces. This is half knowledge of the interfaces. I have to give you few more knowledge. Before that, can anyone volunteer to talk and summarize these key points and say that all of you have to acknowledge whatever key points are there, they are not key points for interview. These things you have digested and you agree. You agree with these points. There is no confusion in these points. That acknowledgement also must be there. So we have many here. I'll go with maybe TR. I don't know what is your name, but yeah. You said your name by mistake. It is coming, but yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Please read out these points and say, is what you are understanding?
Yes, sir, sure.
Okay.
Through interface, we can achieve 100% abstraction.
Great.
Right? Why? Because all the methods are
by default public and abstract. Wonderful. Yeah, read out these points now.
Interface can be used to specify a requirement which is to be implemented.
Great. We can specify what need to be done. We will not give implementation. We will give only abstraction. Someone should give the implementation. Great.
All the methods in an interface are public and abstract irrespective whether we specify or not. So
whether you write or not, everyone is public also, abstract also. If I write also public abstract, if I don't write also public and abstract.
Yeah.
People who don't even know what is public, what is abstract, then problem. You have to watch the previous lectures. Okay, please go ahead.
It's compulsory for an implementing class to override all methods on an interface.
Of an interface, you can say, but okay.
Yes. If implementing class is not overriding all methods of an interface, then it must be declared as abstract.
Great. Wonderful. I hope all of you are acknowledging with this, because it will inherit all the abstract method of an interface. If you are not giving the body, then what, guys? You have to declare the class also abstract. All of you are there, especially those who are part of yesterday's class. Do you all agree with this?
Yes, sir, sure.
Please go ahead.
One interface can have any number of implementing classes.
Yes, please go ahead.
We cannot create object or instance of an interface,
because it is full of abstraction. Okay, go ahead.
We can create reference of an interface to achieve polymorphism. So
Definitely.
by creating subclass object.
Yes, we can create reference variable of interface, and we can call the overridden methods in the subclasses. Go ahead.
Class will implement an interface using implements keyword.
Great.
A class can implement multiple interfaces.
Wonderful.
A class can extend another class, also implement one or more interfaces at a time. So, but it should follow some order, like first it should use extends to implement a class, then implements an interface.
Great. Wonderful.
An interface cannot implement another interface.
Correct.
An interface can extend another interface. Sorry.
No problem with that. It can extend another interface, but it cannot implement it.
Oh.
Okay.
In an interface, we can have variable. However, all the variables in an interface are public, static, final by default.
Whether you write or you don't write, they are public also, they are static also, they are final also.
Fine.
Is that clear to everyone, guys?
Yes, sir, sure.
All of you present? Everyone in the class? Yes, no, maybe? No issues? I will come to that, Aditya. The part 1 story clear to everyone, guys? Part 1 story, is it clear to everyone? Interface, I will say beta. Inside this interface, do we have any methods, guys? Do we have any methods? Do we have any methods? No. This is called as tagged interface or marker interface. Interface which is empty. But in reality, based on my experience and my idea, you will see there is something called a serializable interface. Serializable during the serialization. That time, according to me, it is not the empty. Actually, for that runtime, the implementation will be given. But people say it is like a empty interface. We can have this, but there is no point here. The use case you will understand in the serializable interface concept in the IO. Okay, now ignore for now. The empty interface is called as tagged interface. Now, one last question before I proceed to the part 2. Can we create instance of an interface? The question is, can we have constructor inside an interface? When does constructor is called, guys? When does constructor is called? Object creation. So anyway, you're telling here implements, not the extents. The super will not call here. So hence, in that case, it is illogical to have a constructor in an interface. Constructor, can it be abstract, guys? First of all, can constructor be abstract? No. Interface means what? Interface means what? I'll come, Baba Talib. Write down somewhere your doubt. Yes, you are right. So it is illogical. So can I add that point here, guys? Can I add this point? One last point. What is that last point? If you ask me, the last point here is we cannot have constructor in an interface. Okay, now? Fine, now? This was the story of interfaces for longer time. This was the story of interfaces for longer time. Okay. Everyone. Till when, if you ask me, from Java alpha and beta version, Java alpha or beta version to almost Java 7 version. Java alpha or beta to Java 7 version, this is the story. Everyone? Yes, no, maybe? All of you? That means almost till 2015, 14, 15 is a time when Java 8 came. For, you can say, almost 20 years. Almost 2 decades. 20 years means lakhs and crores of projects have been developed. This is the case of interface. After 20 years, they made some changes in the interface. After 20 years, they made some changes in the interface. What they say, look, inside an interface, we can have body. We can have a method with body. All of a sudden, in 2014-15, they came and they told inside an interface, we can have method with body. Shocker. Whole Java world shook. Like, wow, 100% abstraction on all of that. We can have body now. Whenever we have to give the common implementation for all the implementing classes, we had no option because all the implementing classes had to write their own code. There was no option available which will give common implementation for all the implementing classes of an interface. Are you all there with me? Yes or no? But they told we can have an interface with body. Any interface name in that matter. Maybe I'll say here, telescope. We can have a method with body. Example, I will write here void show. I will write here void display. Void display. I will say here system dot out dot. Understand this very carefully, guys. System dot out dot println. I will say here Telesco is coming up with fast track Spring Boot course. Okay. For example, if I give this message, what did I say, guys? What did I say? Inside an interface, we can have body also from Java 8. From Java 8 onwards, from 2014-15 onwards, in an interface, we can have body. But the moment I have written here, I'm getting one error. Abstract methods, please do not specify body. Are you mad, Java developer? How can an abstract method has a body? Tell me, guys, what is the default signature for all the methods in an interface? What is the default signature for all the methods in an interface? They are public and abstract. Whether you write or you don't write, they are public also, abstract also. From Java 8, all of a sudden they told we can have body also. Now, guys, this interface keyword is there. No, this interface keyword has been designed in a way that all the methods will be public and abstract. Now, all of a sudden, they cannot change the behavior of this keyword. If they change it, the lakhs and crores of project will be affected, which has already been coded. Now they told we can give body also, but the default behavior of this interface keyword, all the methods are public and abstract. And as per the rule of Java, abstract method, can we have a body? Can we have a body? No. Then what to do? They introduce a new syntax. They have to use one keyword called as default keyword. Now this default, and if you don't specify anything, default is different. This default, you have to write the keyword. You have to write the keyword. Understanding? All of you present in the class? Yes, no, maybe. Now I'll say here implements, telescope. Tomorrow's class is the most important class, guys. Tomorrow class, I am going to teach you Spring Framework. Tomorrow, I'm going to teach you the purpose of Spring Framework. Anyone should not miss. Guys, I will go here. I will write public void show. Public void show. Okay. I will say here system.out.println. I will say here hello aliens. Welcome back. Great, my dear friends. Tell me one thing, dear friends. Did I override the display method here? Here in the alien. Is it creating any error? Is it creating any error? No, it is not creating an error. Now tell me, guys, is it compulsory? Is it compulsory for an implementing class to override a default method of an interface? Is it compulsory? No. However, will it get inherited? The answer is yes, it will get inherited. See the proof. Show I am calling. There is one part. Show anyway I'm overriding. I'm calling. You can see I'll call display also. See I'm calling. If I'm able to call here, that means is it getting inherited in the implementing class? But is it compulsory to override? Is it compulsory to override? Not compulsory. But if there is any need arises, can I override? Yes, you can override. If there is a need arises, you can override. See here, I'm overriding. Any problem? My dear friends, I will summarize and just tell me answer here. Okay. What if nobody? What do you mean by what if nobody? Answer me this. Understand me this, guys. That question is only wrong. Now, please understand here, everyone in the class. From Java, answer yes or no, and this will acknowledge on default methods. From Java 8, in an interface, we can have a method with body. Yes or no? We can have a method with body. 100% dot click. However, if we have a method with body, must and should, we should declare it as default. Point number 2. Point number 3. If someone says default method of a class. That means method with default access specifier. Method which is non-public, non-protected for a class, correct? But if someone says default method of an interface, that means such method in an interface with implementation, with body. That's a meaning. Default method of an interface means method with body, method with implementation. But if someone says default method of a class, that means they are non-public, non-protected class, normal default. But if someone says default method of a interface, that means they are referring to body. Great. This point clear to everyone? Point number 4. For an implementing class, it is not compulsory to override default method of an interface. Correct? It is not compulsory to override the default method of an interface. However, if there is a need arises, we can override. Fine? All of you? No issues? Everyone in the class. But it will get inherited. Default method of an interface will get inherited in the implementing class, Sai Teja. Correct? But you can, if you want, you can override. If you don't override, also not a problem. If you override or if you don't override, it is not a problem. Fine, it's optional. Normal methods we may have to override, but default methods we need not to. Is this point clear to everyone, guys? Yes, no, maybe. From Java 1.8 or Java 8 in an interface, we can have method with body, implementation. Correct? All of you? Yes, no, maybe. However, that method must be implemented using default keyword. Is this also correct? Default methods of an interface will get inherited to all implementing classes. However, it is not compulsory for an implementing classes to override default default methods of an interface. Fine. If need arises, we can override also. Is this also clear to everyone, guys? These 2 points are clear to everyone? Any problem? All of you present in the class? Now the next question which Aditya is asking from the beginning. Can we have static method? Yes, Javera, 100% right. The next question is, can we have a static method in an interface? I will write here, guys, static void. Maybe I'll say here some method name. I'll say here announcement. Okay, fine. Guys, if I make static and see, I'm getting one error here. The method requires a body instead of semicolon. The method requires a body instead of semicolon. That means from Java 8 onwards, this is also story. From Java 8 onwards, in an interface, we can have a static methods, but The static method must not be abstract. The static method must have the body. Must have the body. See here? No issues. All of you present in the class. 8 days fast track Spring Boot course is announced by Telescope. Fine. We have announced a new Spring Boot batch, which will be announced tomorrow, day after tomorrow, which is a fast track 8 days course. 7 hours a day. 7 hours a day for 8 days. If someone want to revise or want to understand Spring Boot very fast, they can enroll for this course. It is going to be 3rd or 4th week of September. 8 days matter close. 4 weeks in a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday holiday, Thursday, Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday holiday. And again Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday holiday, Friday, Saturday. Finish. Morning 10 a.m. Morning 10 a.m. to night 6:30 p.m. Evening 6:30 p.m. 7 hours a day. Core Java, Aditya. Core Java is the prerequisites. It is 8 days. But for your batch, it is already there, no? Spring, which I'll start in 1.5 months. But this is a fast track. 8 days, the matter will close. Microservices will be given recorded, but other Spring modules will be taught in a live class. Okay? Great. Anyway, guys, see here, static is I have told. And now let's understand. Static means directly with the class name can be accessed, guys. I will say Telescope dot announcement. I can access, right? No issues, no problem here. Now let's see here. A dot, I will say announcement. Are you able to see anywhere the announcement method, guys? Are you anywhere say here? Anywhere? Great. Now I'll go here and say alien dot announcement. Anywhere? No. So answer me one thing, guys. Static method of an interface, will it participate? Will it get inherited in the child classes? I'll say here. We can also have static methods in an interface. However, static methods of an interface must not be abstract. Must not be abstract. Is this point also correct, guys? Must not be abstract. It must have implementation. And static method of an interface will not get inherited in implementing classes. Fine, guys. Is this point on the static methods, Aditya? This was your question about the static methods. Dot clear? Guys, any more questions on the interfaces, common questions, which I have missed out, which you want me to highlight? Common questions, anyone? On interfaces which I have missed out, which you thought I will teach? Specialize. What is specialize? Using, if you are, an implementing class can have a specialized method also, guys. It need not to have only implementing class. Good question. For an example, guys, I'll go back here. Anywhere I'll go back. See here, guys. Calci has 2 methods. This has 2 methods. Okay. Can I have my own methods also? The answer is yes, you can have it. But however, if you have your specialized method, using the interface step reference, can you directly access them? Can we directly access them? It is an empty interface, Aditya. Real-time use, I will tell you going forward in this serializable. So guys, one more key point. Let me add it somewhere here. I will say here. And implementing class can have specialized methods also. However, using interface type reference, we cannot access directly, but can be done through downcasting. What is downcasting? Can be done through downcasting. This meaning everyone knows in the class. All of you present. Whatever key point I have told, have you all understood? If you know inheritance concept, guys, by default. Great. Any more things which I have missed out, guys? Let me know. Thank you, Suresh, for reminding me this. Any more thing which I have missed out? Temporarily, you can access. That's true. Downcasting means temporarily changing the parent type to child type. Any more things, dear friends? All the key points related to interface. Interface will not extend any object class, Usama. Interface is an interface. Interface cannot extend a class, guys. Interface can extend one more interface only. So we don't have an object there. Whatever interface we specify, there is a default. That is by default. No, that's rules of method overriding. No, it will not. Method only will not have means how can setters and getters and all of that, Parveen. Methods with the body only is not there. No. What is setter and getter according to you? It is public only, TR. It is public only. All right, guys. This ends the topic of interface. And tomorrow's class, either of the topic will be started. If Naveen sir is available, then tomorrow we may start lambda expression. If he's not available, I'm going to start what is the purpose of Spring Framework. So tomorrow's class, either of one topic will be covered. Either of one topic. Which of one topic? Either lambda expression will be covered, or what is the purpose of Spring Framework? That will be covered. The summary of OOPS concept. Is that clear? Great. Most probably, but let me see. Suaga Sarkar, you can just join for the doubt session and ask. You can watch the recorded videos. Recorded videos will be available. And whenever you have doubt, no, just set the alarm for Indian time 8:30. 8:30 onwards, I take doubts. So you can watch recorded videos of live recordings. But if you have any doubt there, any day of week, Monday to Friday, any day of your own choice, just join the session at 8:30 and ask me questions. Okay. Okay, guys. Before I take up your questions, it will be covered here. No. Live class, Raghavendra. Guys, before I take up your questions, allow me 2 minutes of time. I will share these files with you. After which I will take all of your questions. Is that fine? Let me share these files in the chat. I will take all of your questions. Interface key points. Anonymous inner class in the lambda expression we will talk, Aditya. Very important topic that is. It is must and should topic, and I'm going to talk in the lambda expression. Interface is the topic, right? Thank you, Kritika. Kindly share these notes in the chat window. Yes, I'm sharing. Arrays will be covered. Okay. How about the nested class and the interface? We will talk that T. We are going to discuss that. Inner class, interface inside an interface. I'm going to talk. Yes, injection and loose coupling. That is why Spring Framework. Either tomorrow or Monday I will cover TR. Thank you, guys. I'm open for the questions. See, teacher is very big term, very big term. Maybe because of some not so good teachers, the name has been degraded in the minds. But it is very, very big name, guru or teacher. I feel I get goosebump even if I call teacher for myself. It is not easy. It is a big responsibility and it is something who are worth to be called as teachers. Not everyone is called as teacher, even though if they are teachers. So it is a big term here. I cannot easily accept. Thank you guys. Now let me take up your questions. It is winter, but your question is amazing favor. I have request. There is any group where I can access the doubts as well. Yes, you can ask in the community tab. Our team will answer Suva Sarkar. Also, there is a Discord group. Link for the Discord is available in every Terisco group, every Terisco video on the YouTube channel. There is a Java group there. In the Java group, all the Java batches are there, not just this batch. All the Java batch people are there. Anyone can answer. Our team also will answer you, and any other Java developer will answer your questions. And doubt sessions you can ask anytime, 8:30 Indian time. You need not to join the class from 7 a.m. Any day, weekly, once or twice, or whenever you feel like, join at 8:30 and ask only doubts if you have anything live. Okay. And thank you for your compliment. Thank you so much, guys. What is the need of to add a body in the interface method? We can do abstract class. Anil Tripathi, whenever you want to give a common implementation for all the implementing classes, there is some common body which you want to give for all the implementing classes. If you don't have default methods, then that body in all the implementing classes, again, you have to write multiple times. If the code is common, but again, all the implementing classes are writing that again and again, again and again. Instead, through the interface, we can give the common implementation for all of them. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for your kind wishes. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Every one of you present in the class for your love and respect. So, where to access the community of Telescope? It is there in your dashboard only. Let me just show you. Allow me a minute of time. Okay. Guys, once you come to your Telescope website, no. Okay. There is something called as community tab at the top. So here there is a communities. If you click on communities, you'll be part of your own community. I'm part of these many communities. So here my communities. I'm part of these many communities. Okay. I'll ask our team to add me to your community also. I'll ask our team to add me to your community also. Okay. Sure, Vishal. Would you like to talk to me? If same method in the both the interfaces, only one method will get overridden. See, both the methods are getting overridden, but it is a common body. Whatever you override, that body will be used for both the methods, Vishal. Thank you, Sova. We are going to cover many projects. Okay. But projects in the sense, what is your expectations on project? Fine. People say real time, real time, real time. In the real time, Java is used to develop a complex big project which requires hundreds of developers for 6 months. So whatever hundreds of developer develop for 6 months or 1 year, can that be done in 2 hours? No. But as a individual developer, whatever is required for you to be a part of a team is developed project, you will be able to do that. So all such projects will be covered. If they have different parameters, then those will be called as different methods, Vishal. They will not be called as common methods because method signature is different. Different parameters means they both are different methods. Can we say the difference between abstract class versus interface? We can extend only one class but implement multiple interfaces. Yes, we can have multiple differences, Dilshad. Let's tomorrow, before the class, we will discuss interface versus abstract class difference because today time up. No, I have not discussed that. Okay. Guys, I will discuss the difference between interface and abstract class. I will discuss that. Fine. Shortlit and enlightening our resume in Germany is kind of old and gold. They still work and love to code in Java and script Spring Boot. Not just Germany, there it's not old. Even today, all the major fields are using Java and Spring Boot unless they want to build one portfolio website or a basic demo website. Or finance and banking industry is 99%, I mean, I can say 95% dominated by Java and Spring Boot. Healthcare is dominated by Java and Spring Boot. Many big data tools are dominated by Java and Spring Boot. So there are many things with Java is used. It is not all still there. So in Germany, US, in India, Java is not that much affected. Thank you, Usama. Thank you so much. And Java is there in almost everywhere, but provided you should know good Java, right? I mean, current scenario based on the competition, recessions, and so on. So you should be really skillful. There was a time when even if you know some manageable skills, you used to get the job easily. But right now, that is not the situation. If you have really good skills, only then you'll get the options. You'll get the opportunity. Class name starts with caps letter. How about interface name? Can I write a smaller cap? It should also be cap. It's like a class name only, Chavan. But if you write in a small letter, error will not be there, but it will be called as Superman. So as per the industry convention, whatever rules holds good for the class name, same rules holds good for interface name also. Okay. Thank you, Sama. Thank you. Are you going to teach how to get multiple inheritance using the interfaces? We have already discussed that, Sagnesh, in this class. A class can implement multiple interfaces. That's the solution or alternative for a class cannot extend multiple classes. Got it, Sagnesh? A class can implement multiple interfaces. Huh. Can there be an abstract class with no abstract methods? Also, can a child class of a concrete parent class be an abstract? Yes, possible, Rishita. 100% possible. Hmm. It's possible. No problem in that. As per the rule of Java, it is allowed. Abstract class can have all the methods concrete, but however, that class instance, you cannot create it. You cannot create the object of that class. Fine. So you cannot invoke those methods directly. If you want to invoke those methods, you have to create a class which will extend that class and get the methods inherited, and then you can invoke. Directly, you cannot invoke those methods. Fine. A child class can be abstract. There is no problem in that. A parent class is concrete, child class is abstract, not an issue. But however, there is no point. If you have abstract method, you have to declare the class as, abstract, whether it is a parent or child. There is no need of such need arises. There is nothing as such as per the requirement. I mean, that situation will not come, but that is allowed. Functional interface, I will use in the Spring Boot classes, but I will teach you what is functional interface in the Lambda expression. I will use some of the predefined functional interfaces in the Spring classes. I will use predefined, but I will tell you what is a functional interface, how to write Lambda expression in tomorrow or Monday's class. Yes, you can apply for the job in different places. Shua Sarkar. You can write all the projects. Thank you, Asu. Sure, Usama, I am doing that. That is in the process. A fast track spring classes will start from 16th of September. Most probably, it may change date here and there. Fast track spring boot classes may start with third or fourth week of September. It is only 8 classes, 4 days a week. Indian time morning 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Is it necessary to learn J2EE and Hibernate? Not compulsory, but highly recommended to learn. And it is a part of our course. We will give you servlets, JSP, JDBC, and Hibernate recorded videos to you all, Parveen, so that you can watch it, which I have only recorded personally. But that will be given to you because it is recommended to learn. If you don't mind, maybe this question is irritating in the saturated overhype. Someone remoting me. Is it still a righteous pressure to start a career as a backend? It is highly recommended. See, Mern stack, every inky ponky donkey guy who started to learn HTML CSS is calling themselves as Mern stack. When in Telescope we were recruiting React.js developer, there were people who had the 15 lakhs package, 20 lakh package as a React.js. They were ready to settle down for 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs also. They were telling us we are ready to settle down because there is no options available. It is saturated, no doubt in that. But not the Java Spring Boot. Java Spring Boot is not that much saturated. Everyone, every inky ponky donkey guy don't know Spring Boot. Everyone who knows HTML, CSS calling themselves as Mun stack. So of course it will get saturated. No. No, nothing as such. Why? Sorry. Doubt sessions are meant to ask anything. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being with me in this lengthy class. I know so much we have covered. Especially this week was very, very crucial for the journey of Java. We have covered almost all the major concepts: inheritance, abstraction, polymorphism, abstract class, interfaces. So much in 4 classes. A lot of revision is required. Final keyword. If not, you will forget. So make sure you revise. I have told you at the beginning, right? First week, I have told you, initial 2 weeks, I'll be slow in the pace. The moment I feel that all of you have aligned in one place, all of you have understood the fundamentals, I will speed up my pace. And I hope I have done that. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Suha Sarkar. Thank you so much. It is very important, Munazza. It's very important these days, especially. Thank you, guys, for being with me in today's class. We will meet tomorrow exactly 7 a.m. and continue the journey of Java. Thank you so much for being with me in today's class. Thank you, every one of you.